today we're going to talk about phone calls. Okay. First of all, my name is Lourdes Osuriaga, and I am your teacher for the advanced level class of our Business English program. Welcome to our class. I hope you can uh, learn a little bit more about this really important way of communicating our thoughts and our ideas, and that's through phone calls. Okay, so today we are going to learn useful language and phrases to improve our spoken communication skills in English, and especially in business situations. Okay, so please keep in mind that this is an advanced level class. So in order to that, I'm going to speak in English all the class. But in any case that you had something that you didn't understand, or maybe you need me to repeat a phrase, a word, or even translate it a little bit to Spanish, I'm going to do it in order to kind of help you to understand what we are talking about, okay? But don't expect that this class is going to be in Spanish, because our advanced level requires me to be fluent in English, so you can practice your listening skills and uh, kind of experiment the language, okay? So let me switch to Spanish just to explain it. Lo que estaba tratando de decirles es que ya que es una clase de nivel avanzado, no puedo estar cambiando mucho al español y la clase tiene que ser principalmente en inglés. Pero si tienen alguna consulta, alguna duda que puedan tener sobre lo que estamos hablando, me pueden escribir en el chat box y podemos hablar un poquito más sobre la frase y sobre lo que están entendiendo, pero luego voy a tener que volver a el inglés. ¿Sí? Okay, so let's continue with our class. So let's continue. So we were talking about connecting, okay? So even if you are a student or you're working or even if you run a company, you have to talk with other people, and maybe in a business environment you also have to talk with other people, okay? So here we have a role play, and I'm telling you this. Imagine that you are calling a company and you want to speak with someone who works there. Maybe you are searching for the manager or the HR manager, maybe, or maybe the one who is in charge of buying services because you want to be a supplier for the company, okay? So can you think of any phrases you might use or you might hear? Okay, just imagine that you're calling a big company and you're trying to start to you want to access to that person, so you get to his number and you start to talking with them directly. Can you imagine what kind of phrases or what kind of uh, messages you are going to exchange with those other people? Just think about it. So let's continue to with our class, and then we review that. So let's have a role play. Here we have, this is a complex conversation because um, we are going to be Michelle, okay? So let's suppose uh, you are working in a marketing department and Richard is going to call. So now imagine that you are part of Alicorp and you are going to be Michelle. So if I would work in Alicorp in a marketing department, I would say something like, "Hello, you have reached the marketing department. How can I help you?" Okay, because someone from outside the company is calling. Okay, so Richard is going to say, "Yes, can I speak to Rosalind Wilson, please?" Uh, so here we have the first phrase. Can I speak to? So Richard is asking for permission. So he wants to talk with Rosalind. So let me let's mhm. So Richard says, "Can I speak to?" So Richard is asking for permission or is trying to get some help. Okay. Can I speak to Rosalind Wilson, please? And we're going to say, "Who's calling?" Of course, because we only hear a voice. We know that it's a man, but we don't know his name. Okay. So Michelle is going to ask for that person's name. Richard is going to say, "It's Richard Davis here." And then Michelle is going to say, "Okay, just please hold on." So when they say, "I'll put you through," is that I'm going to connect you with Rosalind. Okay, so uh, probably Michelle is Rosalind's assistant or Rosalind's secretary or is working from Rosalind, and Richard is asking to speak with the boss. So Michelle is going to be the one who is going to connect Richard and Rosalind. Okay, so that's why she says that she will put him through. Okay. Okay, so uh, let's suppose another conversation, and this time we are going to be Michelle again, and now Mike is going to call and he's going to ask for Jason. So we hang up and we're going to say, "Hello, this is marketing. How can I help?" Okay. ¿En qué puedo ayudarlo? ¿No? And Mike is going to say, "Could I speak with Jason Roberts, please?" And we are going to repeat the same phrase here. So instead of "can I speak to," he's going to say, "Could I speak to?" So I'm going to write um, a line below this phrase. And then Michelle is going to continue and is going to say, "Certainly, who shall I say is calling?" So what does it mean? Who shall I say is calling? ¿A quién? Who shall I say is calling? Eh, it's more, it's a little bit longer. No es solo a quién, sino de quién debería decir que está llamando, algo así. ¿Ok? O sea, ¿quién debería decir que está llamando a Robert? And Mike is going to say, "Yeah, my name is Mike Andrews." And this last um, part is very interesting because Michelle says, "Just a second, I'll see if he's in." "Hello, Jason." So now she's talking to Jason. That's kind of strange, isn't it? I've got Mike Andrews on the phone for you. And then she says, okay, I'll put him through. Hang on a moment. I'm just putting you through. Okay, so all those two lines, what is happening there? I think she wants to be sure if Jason can receive Mike's call. And also, is Michelle is trying to connect both parts and be sure that Mike knows that he's going to talk with Robert, and Robert knows that Mike is hearing what they are talking. Okay, so now that Michelle is sure that they connected and started to hear each other, she can disconnect from the conversation and just let them talk to each other. Let's continue. Now we have another role play. Our two previous slides were about searching for a specific person role and try to get to that person and start talking with them. Now we are going to learn a little bit more about making an appointment. So what does it mean making an appointment? In this case, since we are in business and professional context, we're going to talk about business or professional appointments, okay? So once again, let's imagine this. We are going to make a phone call, and this time we want to arrange an appointment to see someone, okay? So what kind of phrases are we going to use to arrange a meeting on an appointment? Mostly when we have an appointment is because we have a specific goal. Maybe we're a supplier and we want to get a client. Or maybe we are a client and we don't know any suppliers and we are trying to open new options to buy. Okay, so let's get back to this activity. What kind of phrases we may use to arrange an appointment? Pedro would say something like, okay, so first you would greet. Okay, so you would say something like, good morning, good afternoon, hello. Okay, okay, then you would say something like, I would like to make an appointment with Mr. K. Maybe Pedro, it would also be great that you can introduce the name of your company. So you would say something like, I am Pedro from, let's say, Alicorp. Okay, I call. I am the manager or the sales manager of Alicorp. So you like kind of use your role and your seniority to communicate that you are talking seriously. Okay. Okay, would you please register me? Register es registrarse en algo, pero no es agendar una reunión. Okay, so I would say something like, hello, let's say that I call. Hello, my name is Lourdes, and I work for Camex, and I'm searching for the person in charge of, let's say, um, HR. Okay, I would like to arrange an appointment for next week in order to talk about uh, our educational programs for your company. So that would be like all the story that I would show so they can give me access to that person and then start to pitch uh, my message. Okay, okay, so let's continue. So when you make an appointment, uh, here you have some ideas of phrases. Actually, we're going to repeat some phrases that we saw in the last examples, okay? So it's the same thing. Can I speak to? Okay, so remember that you have to ask for permission because you are someone that is not from the company or from the institution, so you have to um, request an access, okay? You have to say, I would like to arrange an appointment, to arrange a meeting, and maybe to be more direct, you start to offer schedule options. And you would say something like, would next Wednesday be okay? So you start to explore the days that they have so you can confirm the appointment. Um, and then you start to negotiate the hour of the meeting. So those would be like good examples that you are going to use. Okay, so as a plus for this uh, class, I wanted to share 20 new words or 20 words related to this topic. So this may give you a little bit more options or vocabulary, so you have more proficiency and more ideas to write your phone call scripts. Okay, so I believe the CAMEX is going to share the materials with you, and you are going to see 2 slides related to new vocabulary for this topic. Okay, so that would be uh, all I wanted to share with you. And to everyone who's connected to our class, thank you for being in our live class. And for the rest of the people who is going to listen to the recorded version, I hope you all enjoy this material just as I did.